Are you a plus size apple shape like me, looking for a few pieces to wear here for this summer in the warm weather? Then this video is for you. My name is Marleen, I'm a personal stylist, but more importantly, I'm a fellow apple shape. I understand fully the struggles of dressing a body shape, especially here in the warmer weather, when our usual perfect outfit formula might seem like it doesn't work. But it still does, I promise you. But I have been on H&M, I picked up a few pieces, we're going to go through them together, see if they work for us. I'll talk you through them and then we'll see how it goes. I will link everything for you in the description box, but a few pieces here for the summer for us apple shapes. Let's get stuck into it. I want to start with something a little different, the jumpsuit that I'm currently wearing. I haven't tried on a jumpsuit for a very long time. Now what I didn't come on with this one is that it's actually quite see-through. I didn't notice that when I ordered it. I just thought a jumpsuit would be a fab, flowy, cooling piece to wear here in the warm weather. But the material is actually completely sheer. It does have a pair of built-in shorts into it, so you can see I'm fully covered down below. However, at my top half, I am not. You can see my undies underneath. Now, I love the idea of the little pair of shorts underneath, and you could obviously just add a little cami top. However, I think I would have preferred a pair of something like a pair of cycling shorts or something like that, or what do you call them, hot pants or something like that, and then a little cami top. So that's definitely something that I will look out for. But isn't this fab? It is just loose and flowy, and yet there is no tummy inside. It looks amazing. I'm in love with it. Now, I do know that a jumpsuit can be a little bit difficult getting in and out, but it does have an elasticated waist, which I appreciate. And I should say the shorts are just like kind of stitched into the side, so they're very easy to take out. Oh, here's my puppy coming. We have a gorgeous V-neck. And if you imagine that I had a little cami top underneath, so you wouldn't actually see my bra, but look at this, isn't it amazing? Now, I think it's just the flow of the fabric that means that all the balance and proportions are still kept in place. It's just amazing. I'm in love with it. I think it looks fantastic. As I say, there is no tummy in sight, and it's just such an easy, flowy piece here for the warm weather. Of course, as I say, just repeating myself, we do need a little coverage underneath, unless, of course, you just want to use it as a beach cover-up. You can absolutely do that. Fab little piece, and with the right coverage underneath, you can absolutely use this as a full-on outfit, and all the balance and proportions and the rule of thirds are kept in place, so it's perfect for us apple shapes. For my next outfit, I am following the perfect outfit formula for us apple shape, well, most of it anyway. I have gone for the perfect bottom half, in this case the wide leg shorts, and then I've teamed it with a fitted top. I have added my own belt and my own shoes from my own collection just to tie it together as an outfit. But if your belly, like me, is your biggest pain point, and don't think I don't have a belly because I'm all belly, but if your tummy is your biggest pain point and you're scared about tucking in, go for the wide leg shorts. You can still be cool and comfortable in the summertime as long as you pick the perfect bottom half that will instantly hide the tummy, and there is no tummy in sight, and you can tuck in with confidence. I know it's not for everyone, and you may still prefer to finish the formula and add a layer to it, but I'm not doing that today because my body deserves to exist in the world as well, and there's nothing wrong with it being plus size or an apple shape or whatever. My body is perfect, and that is absolutely okay. But anyway, the perfect shorts, and aren't they gorgeous? Chocolate brown with the beige and a tiny white little pinstripe in it too. Absolutely love it, and they will mix and match with everything in my wardrobe. And I do believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it said on the tag that it's a linen mix, which is fantastic. So little Pima cotton t-shirt. This one is a little bit more see-through, or sheer should I say, than what I would personally prefer, but I'm going to save this one even if I don't use it for the summertime. These Pima cotton t-shirts, they are fantastic as layering pieces under my blazers. Sorry, all the dogs are going absolutely crazy outside today. You can probably hear them in the background, but never mind. It's a lovely summer's day, so they're all outside playing. But I love both pieces, and they just, oh, they're perfect. I love them. I got a second pair of shorts, very similar. These ones have a little upturn here on the thigh, but we have all the same features on it. We have the pockets, the wide leg, no tummy inside, a fabulous fit. These ones have the dark burgundy, and again, they will mix and match with everything else that I have in my wardrobe, which is why I went for them. I don't know if I need both pairs of shorts in my wardrobe. As I say, we have very, very little warm weather here in Ireland. It is rare that I need to wear a pair of shorts, but it's always nice to have a couple of pairs. So again, my own belt, my own shoes, and the same Pima t-shirt, Pima cotton t-shirt, but fantastic pair of shorts. Very, very simple. And these ones are linen blend as well. I just thought I'd set it on the tag. So every time I post anything about the wide leg trousers or the wide leg shorts, I normally have quite a lot of people that'll come and tell me that for various reasons, the wide leg trousers doesn't work for you. And many of you also struggle with finding a different solution because, like me, you want to hide your tummy, but you still want to look put together, but not being swamped in fabric. And this especially works if you are petite. These trousers. Now, these trousers are summer trousers. Yes, I believe they were a linen blend as well, but they are the soft, flowy cotton trousers. Now, the good thing about them is there's no pleats in the front, meaning they are flat fronted. And you'd have heard me talk about this as well, especially in the video I made about the wide leg trouser. I said go for flat fronted if you are petite, especially because when there's no pleats, there's not as much fabric, but they're still wide leg, so there is no tummy in sight. They're still wide enough in the legs to give me balance and proportion, but not so much fabric that I feel swamped in it. Does that make sense? Now, for me personally, I prefer the pleats. I prefer to have that extra fabric. I just think it looks better on my body shape, but that's a personal preference. But even in the winter time, if you are struggling with the wide leg trousers, try some that are wide leg, yes, but they are flat fronted. These ones have a drawstring. We also have functioning pockets. They're fantastic little trousers, but again, there is no tummy inside. And these are cool and flowy and perfect for the warm summer weather. My next outfit is a wide strap top and the most amazing skirt. I am in absolute love with this skirt. It is fun, it is elegant, it's timeless, and it has the perfect fit on my body. It has the slight A-line to it, making it into the perfect outfit formula for us apple shapes, the perfect bottom halves. It hides the tummy, look at that. And because there is weight to the satin, it has to shine, but it also has to weight so it flows and not clings. It's amazing. The length of a skirt is completely up to you what you personally prefer. I love myself a good midi skirt. I love when I can see a bit of ankle. I think that has the most flattering length on me, or something that is up about knee length. But in fairness, I think wear any length of a skirt do you prefer. Go as short as you dare. Us apple shapes has amazing legs, so make the most of them. Now I've teamed this skirt with the little strap top, and it has a nice wide strap on it, which I really love because it helps balance out my body. I'm very top heavy, so if I wear a strap that's too thin, it just disappears on my body and looks out of proportion with me. This top is amazing. The quality is fantastic. It's like a fine knit, very stretchy, very, very soft, but one of those pieces again that would be perfect as a layering piece under all my layers in the cooler weather. It has a great length. If you don't like tucking it, I don't think it's too long. You can kind of bunch it up a little bit and still keep that rule of third in place, but it sits snug to the body, so it has a great fit. As you know, I tuck everything. I just personally think that's what looks the best on me, and it also is what helps me define the waist. But the two pieces together, absolutely fantastic. And I've just finished the look then with a black pair of shoes, and I even think I might go as maybe to add a black belt on top. I think that could be fun. But this is definitely a skirt especially I can play around with. Timeless, elegant, and yet it's fun. The leopard print is never going to go out of style, so I'm not worried about that. And the top, as I say, perfect layering piece. It will mix and match with everything in my wardrobe. Fantastic pieces for us apple shapes. I have for a very long time been looking for one of those sets that looks like a pajamas, but they aren't really pajamas. And I found a set, but I want to show you the trousers first because they're the ones that I really fell in love with. I must admit, I love them, but they don't have the perfect fit on me, so I'm not keeping them. But I love the cream and the burgundy together. And you know me, I'm not really one for wearing flowers or a lot of patterns. So these are well out of my comfort zone. I just think they are beautiful. Now, the reason they don't have a perfect fit on me is when you have wide leg trousers with pleats, the pleats are trial and error. There is no way I can tell you that a pleat sitting here is going to work like this and a pleat sitting there is going to work like that. There is, of course, some general rules that I could guide you through, but in general, the way the pleats sit on the trousers very much depends on how it's going to sit on your tummy, and the only way to know is trial and error. These pleats, the way they are sewn, I just have too much fabric here. They are, even if I bend forward, can you see all that bulk there? This is because the pleats are not right on me. So these trousers doesn't have the perfect fit on me. So as much as I love them, I will have to return them. But I did get the matching shirt. However, on H&M, when you shop there, especially when you shop there as much as I do, they give you a suggestion of sizes depending on what you've previously been shopping. And they normally suggest me an extra large because that's what I wear. But however, for this shirt, they told me to get a large. Now, the large and the extra large was both sold out, but I really wanted to try the two pieces together because sometimes things come back in stock again, and then, you know, you can be lucky to pick up the pieces that you miss. So I decided, even though the large and extra large was sold out, to try the medium. Now, I can close it, but it's very snug. But I'm so glad I tried it because for me personally, this is just absolute pattern overkill. Absolutely. I'm so glad I tried it, and now I know that the two pieces together is definitely not for me, so I'm not going to worry anymore about it. I do think the shirt itself is beautiful, so if you love a print, why not? Why not? Print is just not for me. So yeah, I love the set, but it doesn't have the perfect fit, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out for one of these quote-unquote pajama sets until I find the right one. But fab pieces, just not the great fit for me. I couldn't have a summer video without having a summer dress in it, and H&M this year has delivered on the summer dresses. The last video I did with H&M pieces, they had some fantastic dresses as well, and this one is no different. Look at the straps in it. It is beautiful, the pattern. It is once again an A-line dress. Once again, there is no tummy on display. I have the shape of an hourglass because of the dress. I feel beautiful, elegant, and this dress as well is timeless. I could wear this dress in 10 years' time. I could have worn this dress 10 years ago. It's fantastic. Now, the key element for these dresses, for a good summer dress for an apple shape, is actually if you have this seam here in the middle, it needs to sit around your waist. If it sits up too high, it'll often sit on many of us, it'll fall under the bust, and then it'll just make us look as if we're pregnant, which I think for most of us is not a look that we want. And if the waist is sitting down too low, it'll actually drop our waist and we'll take the rule of third and the balance out of our body, and it'll just kind of makes it looks off for some reason. So make sure that this seam, if there is a seam on the dress, that it sits just where your waist is, so it just skims beautifully over the tummy. It is a cotton dress. It is white, which is not very practical when you have 4 dogs like I do, but this is stunning. The only minus I have on this dress is the fact that there is no pocket. I would have loved it if there was pockets. And it is fully lined. Both top and bottom is fully lined, but I like the fact that the lining below is hanging loose because it just helps add that voluminous part to the dress. So, but that is all the pieces that I have for today. H&M has absolutely delivered here for the summertime. They have so many fantastic pieces, and once you know how to work with that ultimate outfit formula for us apple shapes, I will link that video in the description box for you, just in case you need a little bit of help with that one. But once you know how to work with that formula, it is a breeze getting dressed as an apple shape. As I said earlier on, everything is linked in the description box for you down below, and you can always check the comments. I sometimes come back and I leave the links in the comments as well for you. But if you made it this far and sat through the ads, thank you so much, because that's how you're helping my channel. Will you do me one last favor for today and leave me a yellow heart in the comments? The hearts are simply just to tell me and the algorithm that you enjoyed my content enough to stay to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.